Namaste everyone. Welcome to my channel Abundant Love or welcome back to my channel. So today's reading is about what blessings are you, my dear viewer, manifesting by the end of this year 2022. Okay, so as usual, I have three options. So this multi-stone bracelet is for option 1 viewers. This purple butterfly is for option 2 viewers, and this cute fruit mini bottle is for option 3 viewers. Now you can choose any one or more than one option depending on what resonates very strongly with you. Once you've made your choice, you need not see the entire video. You can go to your option by clicking on the timestamp next to your choice of option. For example, if you choose the fruit mini bottle or option 3, you can go to the video description or to the top comment. You will see there is a timestamp next to option 3. When you click on the timestamp, your reading starts from there. I repeat again, you need not see the entire video. So before I start, I'll say my usual prayer. You can use this time to make your choice. I'll see you in your choice of option. Okay. So, dear gods, goddesses, spirit guides, ascended masters, archangels, and all the positive light workers of the universe, please put me and the viewers of this video inside your protection bubble. Through this video, let the viewer receive messages they need to hear, messages about the blessings they are manifesting by the end of this year, 2022. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. Thank you for your love. Okay, now we can start. Let me put these other two options aside before we start. Okay, keep this bracelet here. Sure, and the cards. Welcome to your reading, my dear option 1 viewers who chose this beautiful bracelet. Let me keep this aside. And now let us see what are the blessings you are manifesting by the end of this year, 2022. Okay, so whatever cards we get, we'll interpret the blessing aspect of the card. Okay, so because this year I think most of us as a collective uh, have been finishing some cycles and entering into a new phase, which is why I thought like a blessing reading would be nice, motivating, I hope. Thank you, Divine. So I took two cards from the Energy Oracle deck. Then from this Angel Answers deck also we'll see angels. What are the blessings or guidance regarding these blessings that my dear option 1 viewers are manifesting by the end of this year 2022? Thank you, Divine. Okay, then from the Keepers of the Light deck also, I'll take two cards. Thank you, Divine. Another message, another blessing that my dear option 1 viewers are manifesting by the end of 2022. Thank you. Then we have the surrender deck. This is a new deck in the house. So, like, in order to manifest this blessing, what is it that you need to surrender? Okay. So, yeah, I need to take two cards from here as well because there may be multiple blessings waiting for you. Thank you, Divine. One more. What is it that option 1 viewers need to surrender to receive this blessing? Thank you, Divine. And finally, from our actual blessings deck, definitely we'll see like the major blessing through all this that you are receiving at the end of the year 2022. Thank you. One more major blessing for option one viewers by the end of the year 2022. Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Divine. Okay, option one, let us dive into your reading. So many cards today. Nice, 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 nice. Oh dear, lots of things happening. Lots of things happening, right? Because we still have, I think, this is mid August, so there's still 4 months to go before the end of um, this year, 2022. So let me show your cards one by one. The major theme that I'm getting is definitely some spiritual growth for a lot of you. Whatever you have gone through in your 3D reality was really strongly linked to your spiritual growth. So I flipped through all the cards, right? And yes, there are like information for your 3D life as well. But through all that, what like the major blessing that you're receiving by the end of the year is I'm seeing a huge spiritual upgrade. And I know it sounds abstract, but when I show you the cards one by one, you will see that it is being made possible only because you're allowing yourself to heal. You are you are actively participating in creating a more positive reality for yourself, and you are letting go of any sadness, any pain that was holding you back. Okay, so now let us see the cards one by one. So, from your energy oracle deck, you got third chakra archangel Shamuel. Okay, and if you see, like there is a golden ball like near his navel, which is like a fireball, right? But in his heart chakra as well, there is a smaller, golden sphere. So, what I'm feeling, my dear option one viewers, that both your solar plexus and heart chakra are going through major healing. Okay, and by the end of the year, you will realize that you feel a lot more lighter, a lot more confident in doing things or in even talking or approaching people, which wasn't there before. Okay, before there was some fear, or even if you did take action, there was something due to lack of confidence. It probably never got completed or something, or it got messed up in the middle. But now, what is happening, like for the rest of the 4 months, you are receiving a lot of healing. Okay, and the healing is happening mostly at your solar plexus. So if you are suffering from any of the physical diseases in organs that are around this region, like your stomach, intestines, kidney, liver, yeah, so many of them, pancreas, yeah, appendix, there are so many. Yeah, but you know what I mean, right? That those are receiving tremendous healing. So you on your part just have to be completely open, completely receptive to this healing energy. And I'm seeing, since like your solar chakra is going through that major healing, and as a byproduct your heart chakra is getting healed too. Okay, so things that used to irritate you earlier, you will feel that it does not bother you that much anymore. And you'll be surprised yourself by the end of the year that, okay, at the beginning of the year, I would have probably got triggered by this reaction, but this I'm like, by the end of the year, you are now, okay, I know these people are like that. This is how they react. Um, there's nothing I can do. I'll just keep doing what I'm supposed to do, like that. Okay, that'll be your attitude, and you'll be really confident. I'm seeing a lot of confidence coming in everything you do, in the way you talk, in the way you present yourself. Yeah, in every aspect of your personality, there'll be tremendous confidence oozing out of you. Okay, Then your next energy oracle deck is a wonderful blessing. Is the magician and the mirror, okay? Where you see both the magician is balancing both the fire energy and the water energy and creating wonderful things. So remember, this is a blessing, right? So your manifestation skills will be very, very high by the end of the year. So I would encourage you guys that from now only, whenever you're watching this video, start visualizing positive outcomes for yourself. You can repeat that every day at a certain time by sitting with your eyes closed at a particular place and do these visualizations. And while visualizing, feel like if you are visualizing a lot of money for yourself, feel like how you are supposed to feel, but feel that in the present. Like, okay, wow, I have so much money. Okay, I can donate this money to this, and these people will be so happy. They love me so much. Okay, with this money, I can buy this stuff for myself. I can gift this to my family. Like that, okay, and feel that happiness, that satisfaction, the joy, that relaxation of having a lot of money and not being stressed about money. Okay, so this is just an example. It can be anything. It can be a book you want to publish. It can be, I don't know, band you want to start. It can be anything. It can be a business. It can be any project that has been stuck for a while and you're just visualizing it to completion. It can be a relationship that has been out of tune for a while, but you see that everybody, when you visualize, you see everybody has each other's best interests in their heart, and things are getting healed, things are getting resolved. So by the end of the year you can definitely manifest what you want. For each one of you it is different, but remember, manifestations should always involve something positive. It should not involve manipulation of other beings, okay? Because then it acts as a boomerang and comes back to you. Everything acts as a boomerang, okay? If you do good to others, good comes back to you. If you're thinking positive for yourself, that also comes back to you, because then everybody else starts thinking positive for you. But if you're trying to manipulate somebody, maybe that manifestation may come true, but then there'll be people around you who will try to manipulate you as well, okay? Just remember this. I know very well none of you are like that, but we have like this monkey mind. It's sometimes you never know what it does. uh, like I've experienced that myself. So I always add these words of caution. Definitely manifest everything that you can for yourself, but please, please, just to be careful that it does not involve manipulating another person, especially when it comes to relationships, right? If you have already moved on out of a relationship, romantic relationship, don't force the other person like to crave for you and all that. Don't do those kinds of visualizations. Instead, you can visualize that the other person is happy, you are happy, and you both want the best for each other, okay? Then if it's meant to be, it'll happen. But definitely no manipulation. I hope I've made myself clear. Okay, let us go to your next cards. Aha. Okay. So your angel oracle cards are talking about getting more information. So I'm seeing this is also blessing, that probably you will get some piece of information. It can be through email, it can be by post, you can find it on social media, even while Googling something, or when you are asking people, talking around, you will receive a particular piece of information that will be very valuable for you. And that can be like an offer, like a job offer, money offer, good news, anything. But that can also be a piece of information that was missing, uh, because of which you could not resolve a certain situation, but you will get that important piece of information, and by the end of the year you will suddenly see like something is getting resolved, or something's progress has accelerated. Something's progress was stuck before because this piece of information was missing, but suddenly you will receive it, and it is a major blessing. And once you receive it, things will progress very, very fast. Okay, then another message is unlikely. Okay, and remember, this is a blessing message. So this unlikely thing is also a blessing. And this, I'm feeling that some of you, or maybe many of you, I don't know how many of you are in that phase of self-pity and hopeless phase. Probably not all the time, but sometimes I'm seeing some of you go into this deep tunnels of self pity, and you feel very helpless, as if nothing can, nothing positive can happen because of a negative thing, or a thing that you perceive as negative that has happened in the recent past. And your guides are coming in and saying it's highly unlikely that that thing will repeat again. It's highly unlikely that you are doomed. It's highly unlikely that the situation cannot be resolved. Okay, it can definitely be resolved. And it is unlikely, and it is like this unlikely is also like whatever blessings you are receiving by the end of the year, it is highly unlikely that they will come to you in a way you expect them. Okay, this is also coming in very strongly. So I would say let go of all expectations, go with the flow, visualize as much as you can, say positive affirmations as much as you can, because you have the magician energy, and your solar plexus or the Manipura chakra is healing and it gives you so much power. It makes you feel so strong, so confident. So definitely you don't need to think about what negatives can happen or not. Okay, you are being gifted with a lot of power. It's highly unlikely that anybody can pull you down after this. Okay, so you don't need to worry about anything. Just keep doing what you're supposed to do, and you will get some information that will accelerate your progress tremendously. Okay, then we have, okay, let me show you what you need to surrender, because this is also very, very important, and you will see how beautifully it matches with the message we were just discussing. One of the messages is surrender to your full power. The solar plexus is all about power, confidence, being like your own boss. Okay, so that's what they're saying. And here is a lion here standing. And let me, lady with the lion, it reminds me of the strength card, that you have tremendous strength and power, but somehow you don't want to, like, you want to lie low, you don't want to acknowledge it. That's why they're saying surrender to your full power. And let me read the message. Ah, they're saying your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Okay? Please don't play it small, my dear option one viewers, for the rest of this year. Don't play it small. Surrender to your full power, because definitely there's a huge solar plexus healing that is happening. Okay, I'll put these cards next to each other because they are reminding you of the exact same thing. Surrender to your full power. And the other thing you need to surrender is surrender to complete healing. And the message is open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. Isn't it wonderful? Like, you are being completely healed so that you can stand in your full power. Like, this is so awesome. What more can a human being want as a blessing, right? Then coming to the spiritual part, because from the keepers of the light deck, like I said, you are like all these healings are happening. You are creating something, you're manifesting wonderful things for yourself, you're getting this information that is accelerating your progress in something in the 3D world. But all this is finally, accelerating your spiritual growth. Because you got Mahavatar Babaji talks about soul expansion, and I love him so much. He says, your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. Okay, so this is a beautiful message. Like through all this healing, remember I was saying earlier, like what used to trigger you earlier will not even bother you by the end of the year. Because now your soul has, you have identified with your soul and you realize there's only one consciousness. So you feel that connectivity with other beings ever more than before. Okay. So again, among option one viewers, if you're already initiated into a particular spiritual practice, please be consistent. Please keep doing, especially if you are initiated into Kriya Yoga, which Mahavatar Babaji brought on this earth for people like us. Okay, so please continue your practice. I'm really not that qualified to talk about Kriya Yoga, but I'm feeling strongly if you have a particular spiritual practice, especially if you're initiated into Kriya Yoga, please continue your practice. uh, be as much consistent as possible, because definitely there are all kinds of ascended masters who are helping you, okay, who are helping you level up. Okay, that is wonderful. Next, you have Lord Krishna, and he's talking about devotion. And the message here says, trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. For those of you, my dear option one viewers, who are feeling sad, who are feeling lonely for something that did not happen according to your expectations in the past, Lord Krishna loves you. And Lord Krishna is just but a name for the divine consciousness. For you, the name may be different. It may be Jesus Christ, it may be Buddha, it may be the prophet, it may be any divinity, any divine form, okay? But what is important here is the divine loves you and the divine recognizes your spirit of never giving up, okay? And yeah, they're very proud of you and they love you, okay? And they're moved by your devotion. So definitely by the end of the year, this is the spiritual blessing that you're receiving, the grace of so many ascended masters and divine beings, because you have been devoted, you've been committed, in spite of everything that has happened. And they are encouraging you to continue in your spiritual path, because that is opening like floodgates of grace for you. Okay, it's very exciting. And then finally, from our blessing deck, the major blessing, the one that we just talked about, by the end of the year, the major one of the major blessings is a blessing to lift sadness. So for some of you, I don't know if it may not resonate with all of you. I'm feeling like this type of deep sadness is for some specific people who are watching this option. They were probably feeling helpless. But by the end of the year, again, I'm getting that get more information. So there will be some piece of information that will be very valuable for you and that will help you in overcoming this tremendous sadness. Okay, and you are being healed. Remember, all of you are being healed. Your solar plexus is being healed, and you will, by the end of the year, you will see yourself as a different being who is standing into, like, who is standing in their full power, ready to take on everything that comes their way, which is awesome, like total warrior energy. And then the other blessing is a blessing to heal a relationship. Again, this might be for some specific people because we did talk a little bit about relationships in the beginning, which which was probably bothering you, making you sad. But have faith. I'm sure like both these blessings have come in my recent readings. So I'm sure for some of you it's repeated. So this is a process, okay, healing of yourself, healing of others, healing a relationship. It's not like an instantaneous thing, so it takes time. But by the end of the year, you yourself, my dear option one viewer, will realize that yes, you have come a long way than where you were at the beginning of 2022. By the end of 2022, you will realize there's so many things have been healed. Your solar plexus, your physical health, mental health, your relationships. You are receiving information that makes you feel more confident, that makes you feel powerful, and finally that makes you connect to divinity even more strongly. So I'm very, very excited for you guys, my dear option one viewers. This is all I have for you. If this reading resonated, please hit the like button. Please comment whatever you want. It may be emojis as well. Okay, the likes and comments help the video get more views. Please share this with your friends and encourage them to subscribe. I will see you again in my next reading. Till then, stay blessed. Lots and lots of love. Bye bye. Okay, let me put this back. Awesome energy. Awesome, awesome energy. So glad I decided to do this reading today. I'm loving, loving it, loving it. Welcome to your reading, my dear option 2 viewers who chose this purple butterfly with yellow center. Let me keep this aside and let us see what are the blessings you are manifesting by the end of 2022. So let me emphasize again, it is a blessings reading. So whatever cards we get, we are interpreting the blessings aspect of the card, okay? So from the energy oracle, I'll take 2 cards. Dear spirit guides, what are the blessings that my too many too many cards came out, okay? We just need 2 TWO cards from this deck. Dear divine, what are the blessings that my dear option 2 viewers manifesting by the end of 2022? It's like your guys are really excited. Thank you divine. One more card please. Thank you. Then from the Angel Answers Tarot deck, or it's an Oracle deck, sorry. Um, we'll take 2 cards. Dear angels, what are the blessings that my dear option 2 viewers are manifesting by the end of 2022? From the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck also, we'll take 2 messages regarding the blessings or the guidance regarding guidance associated with the blessings that you are manifesting by the end of 2022. Okay. Thank you, Divine. And then I have a new deck, the surrender. What are the two things you need to surrender to manifest these blessings by the end of the year? Yeah, I always feel like if there's a certain block, and the faster you can surrender that to the divine, the faster manifestations happen. Thank you, divine. And finally, we'll take two cards from our actual blessings deck, the two major blessings. All of these are blessings, it's just two cards from the blessings deck as well. What are the major blessings that my dear option 2 viewers are manifesting by the end of the year 2022? Thank you, divine. Okay, let us dive into your reading, my dear option 2 viewers. Aha. Mm. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Oh my god. Okay. It is like strong relationship vibes coming in from this pile. Okay. The relationship can be with, like, it can be romantic or it can be any person. Okay. Yeah. It's not necessarily romantic, but for many of you, I'm sensing that you have a fear of romantic relationships as well. And of course, it is because you have suffered in the past. People probably took advantage of you. But I'm seeing like this pile has a problem with like mm, being too open in their relationships. Like they want to be guarded. Like I'm seeing you guys want to be guarded now. Okay, from your cards, of course. And I'll show you the cards and you will understand why I'm saying this. Like you are too guarded now. But your spirit guides are saying, like, by the end of the year, the major blessing that you're manifesting is there will be relationships around you that are caring, that are warm, that people who value you, okay? And you can't let your guard down, okay? Now let us see one by one because there's so many cards, so many blessings. Okay, you got from the energy oracle caring connections, okay, which is why I was talking about it. So definitely by the end of the year you will see, or you will be healing from this past fear that you don't deserve. I think there's a subconscious fear or subconscious thought that you don't deserve so much care and love. And so far, you were used to, or you were training your mind to get used to taking care of yourself on your own, not to expect too much from people. So you were always on your guard. But by the end of the year, you will realize that no, you need not be like that all the time. There will be people around you who actually care for you. And even if you let your guard down, they will not take advantage of you. They will not hurt you. They will not judge you in your bad days. Okay. Um, yeah. I'm seeing a tremendous improvement in your relationships as well as how you perceive relationships in your life. Okay. And I would like to show, yeah, from a different deck, like the surrender card. Remember, from the surrender deck, we got two cards. So one of the cards also talks about surrendering your fear of intimacy. And let me read this message. It says, you are ready to let love in, compassionately identify, and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. So definitely, if you're stopping yourself from getting into romantic relationships again, both these cards are emphasizing and reminding you that you deserve love. No matter what your age is, what your social situation is, what your financial condition is, you deserve love and you will get it. You will get your special someone, even if the previous ones did not work out, even if the previous people hurt you, even if it's not in a conventional way. Okay, like by conventional I mean marriage. Okay, like I know a lot of people who probably their marriage did not work out, but then they found someone eventually who is like a soulmate, and um, even though they are not married, but they are still emotionally strongly linked with each other. So, like that, okay? And you can be intimate with that person, you can let your guard down, and you will have a very fulfilling relationship. Okay, again, like strong romantic vibes are coming here because many of you, I think, you've almost given up on romance. You're like, no, I've done this too many times, or I've done this before and I got hurt so much. Maybe there's something wrong in me. No, 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 there was nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with you, okay? The other relationships that you went through were part of your karma, I would say. And just with that thought, just release them, okay? And be ready for new love to come in. And if you need time, it's fine. For somebody who are probably watching it after a recent breakup, I totally understand. You don't even want to hear me talking about a relationship, and that's fine. You take your time to heal, but know that you are very much deserving of all kinds of love, okay? And for other people for whom it's not a romantic relationship, but still you have trouble making friends, or even if you make friends, you always have this fear that maybe I shouldn't have talked like this, maybe I shouldn't have spoken like this. You don't need to be like that anymore, okay? There will be people around you who will be fine with whatever you say because they will understand your intention. So this is like a major, major thing you're manifesting by the end of the year. That is healthy connections, caring connections, connections with whom you can be intimate with, both physically and emotionally. Okay. Now, the other message I think from your angel oracle deck, which I think is relevant to this blessing, is communicating clearly. So probably all this while, maybe you tried to communicate, but the communication was not effective. There were misunderstandings. But by the end of the year, you will realize your communication has become very effective. You have the confidence to clearly say, to clearly ask for what you want, and the other person will reciprocate, be it a romantic relationship or just a normal relationship with your colleague, with your boss, with your family members, with anyone anywhere. Okay, you will see that you have developed this ability to communicate clearly. So this blessing is actually twofold. Like, you know how to communicate clearly, you become a people's person, and you realize that, oh wow, people love me as well, and I no longer need to mm, be so scared to talk to others, to mingle with others anymore. Okay. 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 Then there's another part which is important as well. Hmm. So remember, this is a blessing. This is a blessing reading. So you are being protected from people who envy you. Okay? Because this is another energy oracle card. I think for most of you, this is the case that probably you don't know or you don't want to admit to yourself that yes, there are people around me who are jealous of me or who envy me. And envy is something like, it's not like hate or anything. It's not like these people want bad for you. But sometimes what happens is some people are more sensitive than others. Okay. So if some people are looking at your success and well being and even thinking, like, I wish I had this person's life, then also you get affected. So that does not mean the other person is bad, but if you have an awareness that, okay, when I post too many things on my social media, then probably some people have this feeling and that probably affects me negatively. Once you have that awareness, you know what to say, when to say, where to say, like that. Okay. And I'm seeing that kind of protection that you are manifesting, by the end of the year, uh, where you yourself develop the awareness that, okay, if I talk about these things, these people probably feel a little envious. So I probably should, not say about these things everywhere, or not until it's complete. Sometimes when we talk about what we want to do and we discuss it with a lot of people, those attempts seem to get diluted because of opinions of other people. And then it does not go, it does not get completed. But that's why, some people prefer to only talk about a particular thing after they have accomplished it, not when they are trying to build it up. You see what I'm saying? So this is something also that is coming to you as a blessing. By the end of the year, you realize that yes, there are people envious of me, and you act accordingly. But at the same time, I'm seeing there's a lot of protection also for you, divine protection, definitely, to protect your energy, to protect your aura from this kind of envious energy. And for very few of you, I think, maybe one or two of you, if you have the habit of comparing with others and feeling jealous, feeling envious that, oh, why don't I have that thing also, will disappear, okay, on its own. By the end of the year, you will see that you no longer have this habit of comparing with others, that why do I not have this person's life, or I wish like this thing would be like this person, and like that. Okay. Whether it's your physical features, whether it's like their holiday destinations they are going to, which we all share on social media, right? So that is also one major, major blessing you're manifesting by the end of the year. And here also, I think the other surrender card, which is very much uh, associated with it, I feel, because you got like the surrender denial. And the message is, accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. I said this is strongly linked to this because sometimes what happens is, even when the truth is right in front of us, especially regarding people we love, sometimes we are in denial. We are like, no, 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 no. This person, maybe he said it because he was in a bad mood, but he's not actually like that. Okay. But when you see the truth for what it is, like, okay, this person feels bad when I talk too much about my success stories. When you accept that situation for what it is and you no longer deny it, then, you start acting in a way that is healthy for both you and the other person. Okay. Especially for you, I would say. Okay. So definitely, definitely, there were situations or people that you were in denial about something about them that bothers you, but you were still in denial. And your spirit guides are blessing you so that you can surrender this denial and accept them for what they are, with all their flaws and, you know, um, idiosyncrasies, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Uh, it's okay to love people, but know for who they are. Okay. uh, like know that, like, don't be in denial that this person is envious. Just know, like, even if he's envious, I choose to love this person. So if you do that, it's fine. But again, I'm saying, don't get into unhealthy romantic relationships. So for some of you, again, I'm getting this vibe that your partner might be the person who is envious of you, and I don't know, something particular that you are doing and getting success in that area. So in that case, just accept that, okay, this is really happening. Only when you accept it, you can have a healthy discussion with the other person, see why he's feeling like that, and then you can, make progress. Okay. But you definitely surrender denial of something that is happening that is not good for you. Okay, so let us move on to the other messages. Okay, you have another angel answer message which tells you to look for a sign. So, this is the other blessing I'm seeing. By the end of the year, you will feel so strongly connected to your spirit guides that you will be able to communicate with them through different signs. It can be seeing some symbolic things like feathers, coins, number synchronicities, or getting really meaningful dreams, okay, getting messages through dreams. But definitely you will feel very strongly connected to the divine realm because you will receive a lot of signs whenever you will feel that you are in a problem and you don't know what the answer is. By the end of the year, you can pray to your spirit guides, and immediately they will communicate to you through some sign. Okay, but remember, spirit guides don't always give you the exact answer or the what the results will be. This I have learned the hard way through tarot. Sometimes they really want you to go through the experience, and they will give you enough signs to let you know that you are not alone. They are with you, but they'll never give you the final results, at least in some cases. In some cases, if it's okay, they'll tell you what's happening so that you feel relaxed and you can go through the experience. It really differs situation to situation. But know that whenever they are giving you signs, they are telling you that yes, we are with you, you are on the right track, or you like we are with you. Okay, there's no right or wrong, there's no good or bad. They love you, they are with you, they'll help you go through any situation, whether it's good for your mind, bad for your mind. Okay, so that is definitely another major blessing. Then, from our keepers of light, yes. We already talked about there's some awakening that you're going through because you got El Moria, okay? And apologies if I pronounced it wrong. And he's talking about awakening presence. And the message says, the universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Remember, during the envy card, I already talked about, like, I felt strongly, even though it's not written anywhere, that universe is protecting you. Okay, so please acknowledge that, please believe in that 100%, that you are wearing a cloak of protection and love. Okay, even if you know that, okay, these are the people who are envious of me, maybe I won't talk about my success so much in front of them, but I won't hate them. I'll still have love in my heart for them, like that. Okay, but again, I think this protection message reminds you again that whenever you feel even a little bit shaken, please ask your angels, ask your spirit guides to send you signs, because you are being protected. They are all around you, they want to connect to you. Next, you have faith, humanity, and benevolence. The message is to stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. So by the end of the year, remember, this is a blessing. You will see that even if there are people who are envious, even if there are situations which are not what you expected them to be, you will actually not be triggered by them. You will feel very calm. Instead, you will focus on how to help humanity, be more loving. You'll be focused on more service and just loving people around you. Okay, it may not be a planned thing, also, it'll just naturally radiate from you. Okay, finally, the major blessings that you have. One is a blessing on your day. So by the end of the year, like I said, there is probably some situations and some people which are not conducive for your growth. But that's why your guides are around you, protecting you. So one day, there might be a day which may start like being like a really difficult day, a turbulent one, but in the end, you will see that it will turn out to be like a blessing. Whatever turbulence it caused, in the end, it'll turn out to be a real blessing. Okay, so it might be the day you are watching this video, or it might be a day at the end of the year, or it might be a day in the next 4 months. Okay, but one particular day where things seem really difficult, by the end of the day or by the next day, you will realize that suddenly things have been flipped. Your guides were around you, they protected you, or suddenly you will realize that something worse was supposed to happen, or somebody was plotting against you, something worse, but your spirit guides came in and they stopped it from happening. So, definitely a day, a particular day which was destined to go wrong, is being blessed so that is it does not go wrong. It cannot cause any negative situation. And then the final blessing, the card 22, is a blessing on a journey. So this I'm seeing, it can also be like a physical travel. Okay, if you're physically traveling at the end of the year, uh, your journey is being blessed. Okay, if something goes wrong, sometimes it happens to me all the time. Whenever I'm traveling, my flights get cancelled, I get stuck, and my main problem is food because I have an autoimmune syndrome, I'm a vegan, and it's hard to find the correct food. But you know if you go through those kinds of situations where things are going wrong, your journey is still being blessed, like the physical travel. Okay, so that you will find everything, even if things around look chaotic or messy. And I think for others of you, I think it is the journey that you are taking from now to the end of the year. It's like all experiences, it's the journey of life. Okay, all the experiences you are going through, the good and the bad, everything put together. By the end of the year, you will realize that this 4 months for you was really a huge blessing, because you got some good things out of your own merit, and the negative things that were supposed to happen, your spirit guides protected you a lot from most of them. Okay, so this is like the major blessing. If I have to summarize your reading, I would remind you again, the major blessing for all of you guys that you're manifesting by the end of the year is a lot of loving, caring, warm people around you who will value you for who you are, who will not judge you. Okay, and um, and the journey in reaching that, okay, it's a journey in reaching those people and accumulating those people around you. In that journey, you are surrendering your fear to be intimate, you are surrendering denial of actual reality, no matter how harsh it is. And once you do that, you are actually seeing that your spirit guides are all around you, giving you signs, trying to help you. And yeah, you're able to communicate clearly your needs and wants. Even if you want to help others, you're communicating clearly, you're totally focusing on doing good to others, being compassionate, kind to others. And the universe in their turn, like universe has your back, they're providing a lot of protection, so that even though there might be situations of envy, people plotting against you, situations going against you, but ultimately they cannot do any permanent damage, because you are being tremendously protected. So this is all I have for you, my dear option 2 viewers. If this reading resonated, please hit the like button. Please leave a comment, any comment, emojis, smileys, anything, because comments and likes help this video get more views. Okay, and please share it with your friends, encourage them to subscribe to the channel. I will see you again in my next reading. Till then, stay blessed. Lots and lots of love. Bye bye. Let us put the cards back. before we move on to the final option for the day. Okay. Welcome to your reading, my dear option 3 viewers who chose this cute fruit mini bottle. So let us keep this aside and let us now see what are the blessings that you, my dear option 3 viewers, are manifesting by the end of this particular year 2022. So from the energy oracle deck, I'm taking 2 cards. Remember, every card is a blessing today because this is a blessing specific reading. So we will interpret the blessing aspect of every card we get, okay? So from the angel answers, let's see, dear angels, what are the blessings my option 3 viewers are manifesting by the end of this year 2022. These angels, please let us know. Thank you, Divine. From the Keepers of the Light tarot deck also, we'll see what is like this specific blessings that are being manifested by you. Thank you, Divine. One more card, please. Specific blessings manifested by my dear option 3. Okay, great. Then I have this new surrender messages. So from here we'll see 2 things that you need to surrender in order to manifest these blessings by the end of this year. I think it's 1 card. Okay. One more. One more surrender message for my dear option 3 viewers. Thank you, Divine. And finally, from our actual blessings deck, 2 of the major blessing, major wholesome blessing that my option 3 viewers are manifesting by the end of the year 2022. One more card. Thank you. Okay, we have all your cards. Let's dive into your reading. Option 3 viewers. Aha, aha. Oh ho. I have to look at all the cards before I start the reading. Wonderful. Okay. Ah, okay. Many blessings, okay? So it's like all the blessings could be applicable to all of you. For some of you, maybe some blessings are coming in more strongly than the other because there are multiple blessings in this deck. And we see them one by one, okay? I'm just gathering my thoughts because I'm feeling, my dear option 3 viewers, most of you are very stressed out, okay? Because when I looked at your cards, the messages are so good, but I suddenly felt a surge of stress. Okay, like I didn't know what to do. I'm still lost. Even though, like, people are giving me good news, but my brain is not registering because my body is stressed, my mind is stressed, like that. Okay, and I will start with this message because this is extremely important. There's so many wonderful blessings waiting for you, but you must learn to surrender stress. Okay, and the message here is: take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you have built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. And you can do it right now. Okay, you can pause the video, close your eyes, give yourself a moment, take 4 or 5 deep breaths in, and take even longer exhalation so that all the stored tension in your body gets completely released. It's extremely important that you surrender all this physical stress, emotional stress, mental stress to the divine. Okay? Maybe you are going through some difficult situation. For some of you, it might be some dispute in the family, dispute with loved ones, some legal battle, some uncomfortable situation in your workplace. But I'll show you that it is going to be resolved because one of your blessing card talks about Morgan's blessing of peace after battle. So this battle is going to be over. For some of you, it can be your mental health. Okay, so please, my dear option 3 viewers, if you even think that you are struggling with your mental health is struggling, please go and see a professional. Okay, it's it's never too late to ask for help. Please talk to your family, to your friends, but remember, like, you will know, right, that what is actually helping you. Like sometimes we have this taboos within us, like I should not go to this kind of people or I should not go to that kind of people. But when it is your own health, it can be physical health or a mental health problem, but when that is online, if I were you, and I'm no expert, but I do that in my life, and that is what I'm suggesting. I try everything, and then I know what works for me when something makes me feel lighter. Okay, and that can be anything. But I have some preconceived notions about certain types of healing which I should try, and certain types of healing which does not work for most things. But when my own health is on the line, I would try all of them. And then I would decide for myself, like, this is the thing that works for me, or a combination of these three things work for me, or a combination of these 15 things work for me. Because ultimately, you know what is best for you. And even to make that decision, you have to go and try. Okay, so especially if it, because there is the surrender stress message, it is coming in strongly. If this is something that you don't know what is the best way to handle this thing, if you have to go to a professional, go to a professional. If you have to go to a, I don't know, meditation practice, go there. If you have to try some other 5 other things that people have suggested to you, just try them once and see where you are feeling lightness, where you are feeling a sense of peace. Okay, it can be just talking to a therapist that makes you, because I'll tell you, talking to therapists makes me feel wonderful because they don't know me. And I like talking to unknown people because I don't have to see them again. I don't have to connect with them again like that. Okay, like once I'm healed. So yeah, get talking to somebody or do some other practice, because definitely this stress is not healthy for you. And that's why your guides are coming in and saying whatever situation you're going through, by the end of the year it will be resolved and there will be a lot of peace. So please just consider this as an experience and go with the flow and surrender the stress to the divine, okay? Because the blessing is, by the end of the year, you will no longer be stressed because there will be a lot of peace. But I think you can manifest this peace even faster if you surrender the stress and take help when it's required. Okay, then let's go. Oh, this is wonderful. So we were just talking about help, right? So one of your angel oracle cards are talking about helpful people. So again, by the end of the year, you will realize that there are people around you who are ready to help you in any which way you need help, okay? Or in all ways possible. So that is also a major blessing. Right now, when you're watching this reading, you're probably feeling a little bit lost, very stressed because you don't know what the next step is, which direction it will take you. But your guides are saying it's fine. Go with the flow, surrender the stress, because there's definitely the right people will show up at the right time and they will help you. You are not on your own. Okay, there will be actual people. Like when we say you are not on your own, sometimes we mean that the divine is with you, spirit guides are with you. But they were saying, no, 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 it's not just us. Actual people, physical people will be around you to help you, okay? And you will appreciate their presence in your life, which is wonderful. And here from the Keepers of Light deck, you have Lady Portia, and she's talking about divine order. She's saying, do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. And the reason why I did this reading today, because I felt that so many of us went through some major karmic uh, release in this year of 2022. So there has to be major blessings. And I think Lady Portia's message talks about that, that you are learning an important lesson. Whatever this battle is that you are battling with, it can be a health situation, relationship situation, legal situation, anything, right? Anything that you can think of that feels like a battle to you right at this time when you're watching this video. But know that there's a lesson there that you are learning. And once you learn that lesson, which you definitely will before the end of the year, once you learn this lesson, you will see there's a lot of peace, the situation resolves, and there's a lot of people to help you, okay? You will receive a lot of help from all corners of life, okay? Um, Then there's another blessing that I want to talk about. From the Energy Oracle deck, you have the door to romance opening. So this is very specific that yes, the door to romance is opening for you. So one of the other piles was also strongly talking about relationships and romantic relationships. So if you were confused between two piles, you can check the other pile also. But if you were not confused, if you were just sure about option three, then this is your reading. So the door to romance is definitely opening by the end of the year. You will see that you are. You definitely, there is a romantic partner waiting for you who value you, who love you. But for that also, what you have to surrender is surrender your fear of intimacy. Okay, it says you are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Okay, so by the end of the year, this is another major blessing. So remember, one major blessing is there's a battle that is ending, peace coming in, helpful people coming in, important lesson you are learning. The other major blessing that we're receiving is a very fulfilling romantic relationship. It can be with a new person, it can be with a person you already know, it can be with your present partner as well, that a new lees of romantic energy is being pumped into your relationship. But you have to, dear, surrender the fear of intimacy. And this intimacy is not only physical, it is also emotional intimacy. I think most of us are afraid of emotional intimacy because we don't want our heart to get hurt. But that's okay. They're saying the right person is coming in, the right energy is coming in. Whatever has happened in the past, just treat it like a karmic release. It's gone. You learned the lesson, and now you are ready for healthy love, okay, in your life. And that is awesome, okay. But please work on your fear of intimacy and surrender it to the divine. Ask the divine to help you to surrender this fear of emotional intimacy, fear of physical intimacy as much as you can, okay. Then, like, another angel oracle message is about compromise. Okay, so remember, this is blessing reading. So anything that feels like a compromise right now to you, okay, like I'm getting this compromise probably has already happened, and you are like, you don't feel good about it, but this is a blessing. Okay, by the end of the year, you will realize that whatever this compromise was, what felt like a compromise before, was actually a blessing. And the blessing that this compromise has brought, I'm seeing the scales, and I'm seeing like it has brought a lot of balance, okay, much needed balance in your life that was missing before. So what feels like a compromise right now, your angels are saying it's actually a blessing that you will realize yourself by the end of the year. Then you have this wonderful message of Holy Amethyst, which talks about divine alchemy. And the message says, move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. Move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. It can be this most loving relationship that you want to manifest. It can be resolving a situation, this battle type situation. Its resolution is something you want to manifest, and your angels are encouraging you to focus on that strongly. Remember, it is a blessing. Having the power of divine alchemy is a blessing. An alchemist is someone who can take anything and turn it into something very precious, very valuable. And this is what your major, huge blessing is. That whatever the situation is right now, which feels like a compromise sometimes, which feels like a huge battle sometimes, you're taking the super negative situation and you're converting it into a super positive, super peaceful, super loving situation for yourself. And by the end of the year, you will see that, okay? You have this power of divine alchemy. And I would say, if you have an amethyst crystal, or if you can get hold of an amethyst crystal, you can wear an amethyst bracelet, or if you are not fond of wearing stuff, you can keep an amethyst crystal like next to your bed on your headstand, okay, because amethyst is like gives a lot of protection, it gives a lot of healing. I love the amethyst crystal, even though I admit I do not have much knowledge of crystals or anything, but I was really organically drawn to amethyst. I'm wearing an amethyst bracelet all the time because there's something about it I love. I cannot express in words. And I also have a big crystal with me, and I feel very protected with that crystal around me. And it also helps, in your crown chakra balancing. So if you like, it helps you in receiving messages through your dreams and all. Again, don't take my word for it. This is my experience. That's why I'm sharing with you, but I'm no crystal expert. So you can talk to a crystal expert and know what are the benefits of keeping amethyst, and then you can keep it because you have this powers, okay, of turning a very negative situation, going through the experiences, and then converting into actually something very, very beautiful, positive, in a loving, peaceful situation. Okay, so that is a huge blessing that you are manifesting by the end of 2022. And then your final cards are the major, all of these are major blessings. But I'm showing you all this that you have gone through are not in vain, because your second energy oracle is saying that what you're manifesting by the end of the year is cornucopia. Okay, cornucopia means major fulfillment, abundance in all aspects of your life. It's like material abundance, emotional abundance, spiritual abundance, abundance in all possible aspects of your life, which makes you emotionally very, very fulfilled. Like there's so much that it's overflowing like that. So, all your efforts, all your hard work have not gone in vain. By the end of the year, you will realize that yes, you are attracting romance. You have converted very negative situation into something very positive. You have attracted a peaceful resolution to what seemed like a battle before, what seemed like a compromise before. You will see that it's a blessing, because everything will come together to give you this major, major abundance by the end of the year 2022. And for those of you who have some injury or illness, the major blessing, another major blessing you are receiving is the blessing for healing any injury or illness. Okay, so if your physical health, like or mental health, okay, is not optimum right now, by the end of the year, you will see that definitely you are feeling way better than you were feeling when you have just watched this video. Okay, or yeah, I'm getting it. Maybe some of you are worried about some family member who suffered an injury or something. They are also being blessed so that they heal really, really fast. Okay, so this is a wonderful, wonderful reading for you, my dear option 3. I'm very excited for you guys. If this reading resonated, please hit the like button. Please leave a comment. The likes and comments really help the video in getting more views. So please share this with your friends, acquaintances, on your social media, with everybody you know. Encourage them to subscribe to the channel. I will see you again in my next reading. Till then, stay blessed. So many blessings are coming your way. Lots and lots of love. Bye bye.